Hi, everybody. My name is Bobbie Richardson. I have some profound messages that have come through recently. Some of them I put up on my website. So go check them out. But I was driving today and I was really feeling into the different energies that are present out in the external world or universe of other planets and alignments and us and, you know, the so-called evil ones and all of that sort of stuff. Just all this information started to pour through me about the way that this is set up for humanity to move through this reality. It's almost like I felt this feeling like we were one of the first ones, or the instigators, to really go into a very slow vibration. And in that slow vibration, where the material world exists, where we can physically do things with our hands and create, we were learning how to ground the love of who we are into a slower separated vibration. So the norm of all of us is in the state of awareness of love. For every single soul out there, it doesn't matter how deep, how dark, how whatever story they have in front of them, their natural self is love, because that's where we all came from. We came from source energy. And the further we pull ourselves away from that, it's almost like the more solid our material world becomes, but also we forget even more of who we are in the essence of love itself. So this is like learning to bring back in love and also be grounded in this reality of a slower vibrational meet where the material world exists, where this chair is separated from my hand and it doesn't go through it. See, and the more that we bring through the love and meet our vibration at that point of loving who we are in this material world, the more that we open up new connections within our mind, within our brain, but opening up the portal through the pineal gland into these different frequencies that are in alignment with many, many, many more souls, because most souls reside in a love vibration, or not as separated as what we are. So they're literally waiting for us to come up and ground love through our bodies into this reality, love where we're at, even though we're in a separated body, a separated world. We have friends that are separated from us, where they might have in their reality a very strong connection to each other through vibrational frequency and understanding of each other, like almost like a telepathic link that constantly keeps them in understanding of each other. They can literally, time doesn't exist as much. So if they wanted, say, for instance, a tree to grow outside, they just manifest the seed or somehow come across a seed that they pour all their energy and love into it, and through that love, it grows really fast. And creates the tree that they desire around their house. They can imagine, as architect, they can imagine walls or structures through the love of who they are and what they desire around them. And it ends up coming through as light out of the hand, and then with their mind they can manifest it. But just as much as they can manifest things, they can break down things into energy again and change things around. So everything is very much vibrationally met and not so set in the physical realm that we're in, where we have certain seeds that we know is going to grow in certain times, and our concept of our mind acknowledges that, and so it is. Then we might say, oh, if we put on some fertilizer, then that tree might grow faster. But that's through our own perception of our consciousness saying that that's going to help guide it. Still, it's coming from love of wanting it to grow, where love, the essence, would literally create whatever in any, there is no time lapse in it. It is just a vibrational meet of love itself, because God in itself is what we are, going on a journey. And when we go into that, we are as magnificent as any other God. That's every soul that's out there learning to live through their body or their avatar. So yeah, it was really interesting, because I live on the edge of this reality and the next. And so sometimes I really feel into where my soul can take me, and yet my logical brain is going, that's impossible, because that's not going to be accepted in this reality, or that's impossible. It's nothing in my logical brain that would say that that could come true. And my logic will only hold a process of, if you do this action, then this will end up creating from that action. But that doesn't even actually work either, because if we really think about it, we can say we'll do an action towards something to gain some money, and then we end up getting the money, and then it slips through our fingers because our vibrational meat isn't in the abundance of holding on to that money or making that money grow even further. And so we end up having someone else take that money, and the bills keep coming in. We end up not feeling like we deserve to be in a secure environment because we don't feel secure ourselves. That's why it always ends up coming back to how we feel about ourselves. How much love are we bringing in? And the more that we bring in, the more expansive our creation becomes. We have the ability to expand and create even way more than this through love, where fear is going to hold us into limitation because we get stuck. We're too scared to move. We only keep repeating the same things that has happened before that did work, and are not really always conducive to the new energies that are coming in. And so we end up falling flat on our face all the time with that. So yeah, it's interesting. I just wanted to bring that up with you guys at the moment, because it's really fresh in my head. The more that we lift our vibration into loving who we are vibrationally meeting way more souls out there, because most souls live in that reality of, or that frequency of love, because that's closer to the true authentic self. And we also don't have any fear around somebody trying to lure us in, or our minds into their manipulation games, because we see straight through it. We'll just go, well, caught that one. Do I want to keep going down that path and helping that person, or do I just want to walk away? But we have a choice then to do what we want. So this is just an adventure. But the adventure is grounding love. Grounding love, for me, it is grounding as much love as I possibly can while I am existing on this planet, in this separated world, this very physical, slow vibrational world. Grounding as much love as I can while I'm here, so that we can intertwine both of them, and choose many different experiences. We can choose to manifest something through the knowing that we're soul and love that about ourselves, or we can choose to physically get our hands dirty and carve that wood and create that house or whatever with our physical hands as well. So it's so good. The other thing that's coming up at the moment is just that thought of the feminine side really rising and taking back the power, which is all to do with manifesting, where the physical masculine side is more to do with, you know, the hands-on physical work of everything. How do we allow our masculine side to let go enough of having to do everything physically and with energy, you know, that we have to eat something to build our muscles to actually physically do that? That's one story that the logical mind loves, but can we say to it, let go enough so that we can bring in the fact that we are matching a vibrational meet with the energy of the story that we really want to bring into this world? And that could literally mean the right people, the right time come into your reality, gift you what you always desired, give you enough, footing in the business that you really wanted to actually expand and so forth. But it all comes from loving who we are, and that's that's actually more stable, because no one can take that away from you once you found that within yourself. No one could take it away from you, because why would you allow somebody else, after you've gone through all of that journey of losing yourself, trusting somebody outside yourself to tell you you're useless, you're a victim, you're no good, and then coming back out of it, finding that you are love itself and that you're going to love yourself? Why would you ever give that away? So you're actually way more stable in this reality, being able to manifest and create exactly what you want. This is bringing utopia on earth. I'm so excited. So until the next time, bye.